It's like a word people use for other people. It's not something that can really be like truly embodied. Like I think you just say it like, oh, I'm conscious. And then people are like, oh, so-and-so gets it, but without having the actual actions or anything behind it. It to me, it ends up being a very empty word. Trading races is the beginning of a conversation. It's inviting people to join into a conversation that hopefully sparks some new way of thinking. And I landed on gamification because I saw, as an educator, how it was being used, and it just made sense. And I was able to fuse having a conversation. I guess, Black folks would refer to it as an in-house, right? You don't have this type of conversation in mixed company, right? Having that conversation, but then also having a conversation that's outside of that at the same time. And then there's also this kind of humorous and non-confrontational aspect of the game. If I'm talking to somebody about race or my own experience with race, it's deeply personal, and it can be deeply traumatizing as well, depending on the situation. And thinking about this game, if you remove that personalization, and then you actually get to have the conversation about race without somebody negating somebody's own experience or trying to rationalize or explain away a thing, right? You just have the conversation about race. I think for me, what has been interesting to watch the game played in a diverse room is to see how a person of color then becomes the educator in that space. And a person of non-color actually just listening, actually hearing the voice of color and the information that's coming from it. There's an amount of care and kind of that old historical retelling of sharing of stories that happens that's really beautiful. And then the laughter, of course. Like some things are just ridiculously funny when you're arguing, Bill Clinton as the blackest person, something like that. But it gets people to really start to think about how they are building these constructs around something that's so malleable. It's so fluid, and it shifts and changes, depending on what somebody has done or said.